Pokemon Horizons, episode 28 just aired, and dude, I have a ton to say, so we're just gonna dive into it immediately. Basically, in the episode, Liko, Roy, and Friede visited Liko's grandma's old friend, Teppan, since he owns an antique store and he might know stuff about the ancient Pokeball, but then Teppan steals Roy's ancient Pokeball, and then most of the episode is Liko, Roy, and Friede trying to hunt him down to get it back. I'm not sure if Teppan was stealing the Pokeball for himself, or maybe for the explorers. I guess we'll have to wait for subtitles to find out, you know? I'm also really not sure why Roy isn't using Wattrel, you know, his literal flying bird Pokemon, to help track down Teppan. But oh well. Eventually, Liko and Roy find Teppan and battle him for a while, with Hatenna and Wattrel actually getting involved this time, thank goodness. But sadly, Teppan is just way too strong, and after Teppan's fungus really hilariously shows up and puts them all to sleep, Liko and Roy lose the battle. But then, conveniently, Captain Pikachu shows up in the nick of time and defeats all of Teppan's Pokemon in one attack, saving the day again as Friede shows up too. Roy gets his ancient Pokeball back, and then Liko's grandma shows up and gets really mad at Teppan, because clearly he's now a much worse person than he was when he was younger, and that's where the episode ended. Right, so before we talk about the things that I enjoyed in the episode, there's just something that I really need to talk about, dude. Pokemon Horizons has a really big growing problem so far. It genuinely feels like every episode follows the exact same formula, dude. Liko and Roy battle a threat that's way stronger than them, and of course they get defeated, and then conveniently Friede or Captain Pikachu shows up at the perfect time and defeats the threat and saves them. This has happened so many times, dude. It happened versus Amethio endless times, versus Galarian Moltres, versus Sango, versus Onyx, versus Teppan, and probably loads of other times too that I'm forgetting, you know? I really love Pokemon Horizons, don't get me wrong. I'm really enjoying the series so far, but this formula is really becoming stale, and it's really starting to detriment the episodes, you know? Friede or Captain Pikachu showing up and saving the day was fine earlier in the series, but now we're almost 30 episodes in and it's still happening constantly, you know? Look, I know Liko and Roy can't just become super strong and super skilled really fast, and trust me, I don't want the writers to rush their development in that way, but the issue is the writers continue to make every single threat in the show, every enemy, far above Liko and Roy's skill level, and doing that always leads to Liko and Roy losing, and then being saved by Friede and Captain Pikachu. Either the writers need to prioritize Liko and Roy becoming competent and strong enough to handle threats themselves, or it just needs to stop making every single threat way stronger than Liko and Roy, you know? It's okay to have some enemies, some threats, not be that high level. It's literally okay for them to be Liko and Roy's level sometimes. I don't know, man, I just feel like we're almost 30 episodes in, and we're still on the same dynamic from way back in episode 1. It's really getting a bit repetitive now, and it feels like we're going around in circles. But now that we've got that criticism out of the way, I really did quite enjoy the episode, you know? I love that the writers finally remembered that Roy has a Wattrel, even if it kinda got shafted for most of the episode, and I really loved seeing Liko's Hatenna using Psychic. It's awesome to see those two Pokemon in the spotlight, you know? I loved the chaos of them running around trying to find Teppan. I loved the amount of anger and personality Liko's grandma had at the end, and I really like how the episode re-solidified how much the ancient Pokeball means to Roy. So yeah, although the episode wasn't perfect, I still enjoyed it, dude. Let me know your thoughts on the episode below, and be sure to hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button if you enjoyed. That would really mean a lot to me, dude. Finally, join our community Discord server and follow me on Twitch, using the links in the description. And with all that out of the way, thank you all so much for watching, and best wishes until we meet again.